Aaron Donald is a nightmare. He absolutely is. But let's talk defense here in general, guys. Which defense do you think is the scariest, Riggs, in the league right now? It's almost Halloween, kind of.
Yeah, it's almost Halloween. We got 30 days. I just got a text from a friend who works for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Said, hey, did you notice who won Defensive Player of the Month? It was Levante David. You know who knew Defensive Rookie of the Month? It was Antoine Winfield Jr. The Buccaneers are loaded on defense. We talk about Brady and Gronk all day long. The Buccaneers are so good on defense right now. They are suffocating teams the last 2 weeks. And they were really good against the Saints, too. I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the top defense. And here's the scary part. We know about the front four. We know about Shaq Barrett and Vita Vea and Sue. And I predicted Devin White would be the Defensive Player of the Year. He's not even the best linebacker on the team. That's been Levante David. The scary thing is the defensive backfield has been so good. Mike Edwards had this pick six where he took it back last week for Tampa and everyone did flips and said, all right, that's cool. This is it. Great. Edwards is 24 years old. This man right here, he is the oldest player on the Buccaneers defensive backfield. That's Carlton Davis, Antoine Winfield Jr., Sean Williams-Bunting. 24-year-old Edwards is the oldest of all of the guys who have suited up and played defensive back for the Buccaneers this season. They're young, they're good, they're talented, and they are so deep. Buccaneers! It's the new steel curtain. Let's go.
Whoa,
the pewter curtain.
Here's the new steel curtain. Relax a little bit.
Pewter curtain, Kyle.
Peter,
nice.
Yeah. It is almost Halloween, and the colors that you see on Halloween are yellow and black. So I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have some playmakers, some guys that can fly around. Listen, these dudes get after it. Listen, T.J. Watt is an absolute beast. Bud Dupree is an absolute monster. They have linebackers and defensive players that can get their hands on the ball when it's in the air. Check out just the plays that they make when the ball is in the air. I'm telling you, if you're not paying attention to the way that they make quarterbacks uncomfortable in the pocket, then you're not paying attention to one of the best defenses in the game. Now, have they been consistent? They've been a little up and down, but when it comes to stopping what needs to be stopped, they stand out. What do I mean by that? Week 1, Saquon Barkley had 15 carries, 6 yards. Week 2, they faced Melvin Gordon. 19 carries, 70 yards. In week 3, they had David Johnson. David Johnson, who looked rejuvenated early in this season. He had 13 carries for 23 yards. Oh, and they sacked Deshaun Watson 3 times in that game. So what I'm trying to tell you is this steel curtain, or shall I say steel hurting, because I don't want to speak blasphemous to the old Steelers defensive players. This defense right now, they make guys uncomfortable, and they're stopping the run game. Oh, and why is that important? Because they are facing Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans this weekend.
Nate, I believe you never let facts get in the way of good wordplay, but the colors you see at Halloween, you said black and yellow. Isn't it black and orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Black and
Yeah,
yellow.
you're right. You might be right. You might be right.
Yeah. You want to do it again and do the Bengals? Because they're black and orange.
I'm colorblind, though.
They're black and orange.
I'm colorblind.
I got you.
All right. I would probably
Philadelphia
avoid
Flyers.
color-based wordplay then, Nate. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I see black and yellow all over. Anyway, I know the season hasn't started the way that the Giants want, but Joe Judge still can drop a quote. Playing Aaron Donald will ruin your birthday. That is a great quote, and I find it interesting because Joe Judge's birthday is December 31st. He's used to having his birthday ruined. It's New Year's Eve. However, the scariest defense in the league right now is not the Giants. It's not the Steelers even. It's the Chiefs. And hear me out. I know this is going to get big fonted on Chiefs' scariest defense in the league, and everyone's going to ask me what I'm smoking, per usual. It's not about what I'm smoking. It's about what Frank Clark is smoking, and it's quarterbacks every single time they drop back. First of all, just conceptually, Mahomes having a much better defense is a terrifying thing. It's almost an unfair thing. But even aside from Mahomes, are you watching these guys? Are you watching the pass rush? Because these guys, Jones and Clark, are in the backfield on 75% of the plays. Every time you look up, they're hashtag wreaking havoc. And the secondary, not terribly great, and it's like it doesn't even matter because the pass rush has been so good. What I love especially is that Spagnuolo has this thing calling the plays on defense where it's like, I'm going to take a risk because what's the worst that can happen? They go down the field and get a touchdown on us. Well, we have an offense that'll get 3 in 5 seconds. They've never been more aggressive. They blitz constantly, and now they really have the horses. It's like you went and let Mahomes get a D. I don't know if they're the most talented or the best group a la carte, I don't care. The scariest thing in the world is Patrick Mahomes having a really good defense, and I think we're already there. I will go with the Chiefs. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh.
Yoosh, at GMFB with your thoughts. I'll say this. Fun fact, the #1 defense in the NFL right now in terms of points and yards allowed is the Indianapolis Colts. They're allowing 15 points a game. Just a fun fact for you guys. Just 225 yards a game for Indianapolis. Slept on a little bit, and we'll see if they can keep that going against Nick Foles this week. Speaking of Foles,